Hey loves, and welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video, we're gonna just relax and talk, right? I feel like it's been a while since we just connected on a very personal level. I want to also answer some questions. I want this to be a Q&A session. So let me go over to some of my questions. How do I choose the right niche or topic for my YouTube channel? Okay, so the thing about it is I feel like starting off a business, which I like to consider YouTube is, it's a lot of trial and errors, right? Sometimes we feel like we're very certain of what we're going to do. And when you start a venture, you learn as you go. And as you're learning, you're tweaking things, you're tweaking your strategies, you're tweaking the operations, you're tweaking how you deliver, right? And that's how YouTube is. You can never start a business and say, I'm going to do it this way. No, you have to do it this way and also be willing and ready to learn, right? And all that. So YouTube, in my own perspective, and I feel like in everyone's perspective, is a business, right? Picking a niche is pretty much like picking a single product and saying, I want to do this product, right? Sometimes the products might not sell in the market. Sometimes you might not really love the product that much because you have to be passionate about the product that you're selling. And that's the thing about the niche, right? Sometimes you feel like I want to do beauty and beauty is for me. And then you start beauty and, down the line, it's not working for you because it might not really have been your passion or what you were supposed to do. You might be someone who loves tech, who has a very bubbly lifestyle, who has an audience that would align with you if you did more of the personal growth. So in my opinion, in my suggestion, I would say try things out. If you launch a lipstick and it doesn't work for you, try doing a powder puff next time, right? Or try adjusting the strategies that you use in promoting the lipstick, or in this case, the niche that you're in. So if you're doing makeup and you find that it's not working for you, try to adjust the strategies around it or try something else. But what I would say is when you're starting off, because YouTube it requires a very low entry. The barrier to entry is pretty low in the sense that you can start up YouTube right now with no capital, no money, as long as you have your mobile phone, right? So you don't have to invest in it yet, except you want to invest in it and you have the capital for that. But you have your mobile phone, you can start filming content. You can film as many content as you would like. You can create as many, niche, or spread yourself wide and see which ones do well, which ones resonate with you. But what I'll say is don't focus on more than 5 niches, right? So it could be beauty, fashion, tech, lifestyle, cooking, and then create and see which ones do well, which product sells, which content sells, and which ones you actually enjoy doing. Because the thing about it is you have to think about sustainability with YouTube, because it's not just about the views, it's about the community that you're building, your audience, your subscribers, people that are following you for a particular reason. Now, personally, with me, I'm learning to spread myself, right? But also cater to every audience that I have. So I have people that follow me just for content creation. I have people that follow me just for lifestyle content. I have people that follow me for my tips and tricks. And I have people that follow me for my makeup and, hair and videos and all that. I try to create something for this audience as frequent as I can. Now, it means that I love doing all these things. I have different niches, right? And I also have different categories of audience, right? But at the same time, I know that I'm going to meet their needs, right? Am that making sense? So in summary, what I'm saying is you can never really 100% know that this is the niche that was meant for me and this is what I'm going to focus in to the rest of my YouTube journey and life. Because I started off with the mindset that I wanted to do beauty, and after a couple of years, I started loving tech and production and filming, and I started diversifying into that, and then strategy, and then marketing. So be open to sharing and giving what you already have and what you love at the same time, and also be open to go through that journey of growth, and also be open to sharing your journey of growth, because that's just it. If tomorrow I grow into finance and I maybe get a degree in finance and I feel like I'm an expert in finance, let's believe I'm going to start up a finance niche on this channel and share with you guys some finance tips. So be open to grow in your journey of discovery on YouTube, but also be open to sharing with your community your growth, right? So if you feel like you've changed or you've grown or you've gone beyond the specific niche and you want to start up something, be open to it. There is no restrictions, there is no barriers. You just do you and see how it goes. Learn from your mistakes as well. Okay, so let's see another one. How important is consistency in uploading content, and how often should I upload? The thing is, I'm tired of saying this, but consistency is the key to YouTube success. And whether you're uploading once a week, twice a week, the more you upload, the better it is for the algorithm. Or what I like to say at the end of the day is the algorithm is the audience. So what would your audience prefer? Would they prefer you to upload every single day? Which is almost impossible, but it's possible at the same time, but it's difficult. Would they prefer you to upload twice a week? At what time? Read the audience based on either get direct feedback or based on the analytics. Analytics is so amazing because it has all the details on when your audience are available, when they are online, what they watch, what they search, their comments. Those things are data that you can consume and understand who they are and what their persona is. So put that down, have an understanding of what the algorithm, quote unquote, what the audience desire, and also consider yourself at the same time. What can you deliver? Be realistic with yourself. If it's just once a week, then do that. If it's twice a week, do that. If it's 3 times a week, then do that. Because the more you upload, the better chances of you growing and reaching a wider audience as well. So there is no strict rule, or everyone says the more you upload, the better chance. So yeah, that's it. Then how do I deal with negative comments and criticisms on my video? So the way that I like to look at it is, are your negative comments more than the positives? Because sometimes we tend to dwell in the negatives and we see 1,000,001 positive comments and we overlook them, and then we see one nasty negative comment and then we die there. We're just thinking, oh my god, this person said this about me, and you've forgotten that 1,001 people already said positive things about you. So what I like to do is I appreciate the positive comments and see the light in that. But then with the negative comments, I like to see it from a critical angle and see if there is something I did wrong and if there's a way I could have done it better. Now, if my answer to both questions are no, if I didn't do anything wrong, if there was no way I could have been better, then I know that the person who is commenting behind the screen is just, I don't know what word to use, but it's just negative and is dealing with something that I cannot solve. Because most times some people are in their bubble, whatever they're going through, and the only way they feel better is to lash out on someone else who is doing something that they cannot do or they only dream about doing. And that's just the honest truth. So I look at it from that angle and say, did I do something wrong? No or yes. If I did something wrong, how could I correct it and do it better? Is there a way I can improve it? If everything was perfect and good, then I neglect those negative comments because there's nothing you can do. The worst thing you can do is to give attention to those comments, to fuel it, right? The intensity gets high. They've gotten your attention. Now you've stooped to a level that would be hard for you to rise back from. So that's just my advice for you. Look at your comments and see, do you have, out of 100 comments, are 99 positive and then just one negative? And then if you have 99 positives and just one negative, then there's something you're doing absolutely right. Keep at it, focus on that, and ignore all that negative nonsense. Nobody needs that in their life 2024. I don't know. So how can I create attention grabbing thumbnails that encourages viewers to click on my videos? I do have a couple of content on this. I'll leave the link over here so you guys can check it out as well. Obviously, over here. I think it's over here. Somewhere here, Sha. Well, what I like to say is there are three things you need to consider. So the first thing has to do with like compositioning, how you composition the thumbnail, right? There's a rule of thirds. I'm going to show you guys. Now, I already talked about this in this video, so be sure to check it out. You might want to include colors, fonts, and compositioning. These three things I find are very key and important when it comes to creating attention-grabbing thumbnails. I'm going to say them again. The colors, compositioning, and the font you're using. The font, the text, basically. Are you using bright, bold colors like the Mr. Beast? Are you using neutral colors, very minimal? And then how are you compositioning it? Is it all over the place? Is it clustered? Is it hard to read? Is it straight to the point? Can I see a thumbnail and know, oh my God, this is what it's about. Oh my God, I need to watch it. Or, oh my God, this looks interesting. You want to create a reaction that will foster an action for people to click on it. So your thumbnails should be reaction based and should be compelling enough for people to create an action and click and watch, right? So that's the whole thing about thumbnails. You want them to click. That's something you need to consider. Is it reactive enough? Is it triggering something? Is it making someone feel an emotion? Could it be an exciting emotion? Could it be a scary emotion? Could it be like a surprising emotion? What I want to say is connect to the people's emotion, because at the end of the day, you are using pictures to communicate to people about what the video is going to be about. Does that make sense? So put that in mind with the font, the compositioning, and the colors, and you're going to get a killer thumbnail. Now, I'm not a pro at creating thumbnails. That's a topic for another day, but I find that these are the things that captures people's attention, and put that as well. Let me look for another question. What are the best times to upload videos to maximize views and engagement? The best time would definitely be the time your audience are available. So if your audience are, let me say 24 to 45 years old, they probably have a 9-to-5 job, meaning that they're going to be at work from 9 to 5. So you want to post after 5 when they are back home, depending on your time zone. Put that into consideration. So maybe post by 6 p.m., right? Or post by 8 a.m., right? But you want to post at the time where you know that your audience are available to watch, right? So put that into consideration, and you might post 30 minutes before they're out of work or 30 minutes after they're out of work. But figure out the logistics of it. But definitely the time to upload is based on your audience and what time zone they are and what category they fall in. So put that in mind. So what are some mistakes to avoid when starting a YouTube channel? I feel like now a lot of us are moving away from perfection, right? And we're looking into more realistic, relatable content. And I'll tell you this thing, when you're starting off, it feels like you're trying so hard to get everything perfect, to get everything sorted out, your lighting, your camera, everything. You want to make sure you have everything because Kelechi has everything, or because Jackie Aina has everything. And when you're looking at the grand scheme of things, you have to realize that everyone started out from somewhere, right? I feel like the biggest mistakes people make when they're starting off YouTube or any business is that they compare their start to someone's end or someone's middle, right? Everyone had a beginning, just that at that point in time, they are talking about where they are and not where they were, right? Like me, for instance, if I'm creating content, I'm talking about the gears I'm filming with, which is like my vlogging camera. And this is where I am at, right? This is my current story. I'm filming with the Canon EOS R8. Now, mind you, this was my start. I started off with my mobile phone, and I was in school then, so I used my textbooks as my tripod stand, right? That was my start. This is my middle. So if you're comparing your own start to my middle, which is what I currently have right now, it will be hard for you to catch up and start up, right? So what I like to say is put yourself in your own bubble, put yourself in your own lane, your own pace, your own story, and start creating it. Because the more you compare, the more you look at, the more you try to be like, is the more you lose yourself and you lose the race and you lose in the game entirely. So that's going to be my advice for anyone who is starting off, for anyone who is trying to think of how to not fall in that pit hole of overthinking. I have that same issue, but don't overthink too much. Just do it. But more importantly, learn from it, because the lessons you will learn during your own journey is going to be different from the ones I will learn. But those lessons will take you to where you're supposed to be. That one I can guarantee you. So I share with you guys my lessons, my setup, everything, because I feel like you can take from me and add to your own. I learn a lot from other creatives, but I'm not just copying and pasting. Hell no. I'm copying, I'm re-editing, and I'm pasting, Okay, guys. So if you leave me, I would talk and go on and on and on, especially when it comes to content creation and YouTube and all of that. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me also know if you would like to make this a consistent thing on the channel. Let me know if you have questions, if you have suggestions for topics. I feel like I want to create a different page just for the community, so that way we can interact, we can ask questions, we can grow. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section as well. But yeah, I hope I answered some of the questions. And if you feel like you have more and you like this type of set where I just kind of talk from the heart and from the mind as well, then feel free to let me know that in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to make this a weekly thing. Yeah, this is so easy for me to create, as opposed to just, this is so easy. Now I know why people do a lot of podcasts, just sit down and talk, because it is unscripted. All you need to do is just sit up, get ready, and film, as opposed to the traditional content where I have to plan, I have to script, I have to do b-rolls, it's an entire production thing. But this is just so relaxing. Dim the lights down a bit, have a glass of wine, have a conversation with you guys, and have fun in the process. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was insightful. I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are, opinions are, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.